It's race day for the Haas boys here, down under, and hopefully we finish over the points, because we need points and we need them now. We're going for risky strategies, under-fueling the cars.
Over the points?
Aye. Down under, and we're going over the points. You like that one?
Not really.
Not really, but aye, right, you know what, we're going illegal, even though it's not really illegal, because we're just under-fueling the cars, and I feel like it's the only way Mick Schumacher's going to do something, by under-fueling them by 4 laps, but I'm praying for safety cars.
Well, the price of fuel these days, I'd rather under-fuel them than over-fuel them, so...
I'm praying for a bit of...
Steiner is on a budget, after all.
I'm praying for a bit of drama. The engines are turned up to the max. Let's fucking do this. What's your prediction? I'm going to go for...
Pain.
I run out of fuel on lap 54.
I'm going with fucking both cars outside the pot. Thought we were getting rain there.
Thought we were getting rain too, but the Ferraris are at the front of the grid. But look at the only cars on the grid. There's K-Mag. There he is. Windy Liquor Schumacher. He's just not good, isn't he not?
Well, I mean, he doesn't get the car set up as good as his teammates, so therefore...
He's at an automatic disadvantage. Oh, well, that's what it all boils down to. K-Mag's 4 points to Mick Schumacher's 8 points, but let's go. Let's do it. Who's gonna win? I'm gonna go for Carlos Sainz. It's like
it's a good start for Verstappen.
It's a good start, and it's Sainz leading. Verstappen thinks about it. Schumacher's already lost it. Oh fucking hell! I thought there was a collision there. And now we've got both Ferraris battling here. Schumacher, position lost. The fuel is minus 5.9. That just seems like a shit ton to win back, like, but is what it is. And now the Ferraris side by
side, and Magnussen is making a bunch of overtakes. He is up into 11th place.
We've got chaos, man, because Mick Schumacher, he's lost a place. The tyres are going to be dead. He's going to have no engine left, and he's going to have no fuel left.
Leclerc attacking his teammate Sainz. He's right behind him. As their team orders at Ferrari. But look at it, the top 4 pulling away from Bottas already. They really are like leading a train here. Bottas cannot really keep up. And now Leclerc thinking about it, but he decides not to go for it.
Come on, Valtteri, man, you need to get stuck in there. Look at them. K-Mag just outside the points.
At the back is both Williams. What do you expect there?
I feel sorry for them, man. I really do feel sorry for them. I think I'm going to need to work some of that magic.
Tone everything down. We tried it for a lap. Kind of worked for Magnussen. Didn't really work for Mick. Although he is up into 15th, so he's gained a position. He has got past Danny Rick for what that's worth.
Absolutely bugger all, but he's got Yuki Tsunoda up next. K-Mag only 2 times behind.
Well, let's see that overtake on Ricciardo. So it was Schumacher versus Ricciardo, and it looks like it's a pretty good move there. Just down the straight, Ricciardo didn't really have the pace.
He didn't.
Easy. I mean, he overtakes him way before the corner. Strange.
He kind of just moved at the road for me, didn't he? Alright, guys.
No need to celebrate it that much. I mean, it's not a world title we're fighting for here. It's 16th place.
Not good bodyboard with Mick Schumacher, 6 tenths ahead. Come on. I mean, Bottas already a second behind, man. The top 2 teams are just too quick, aren't they?
Yeah.
There's no keeping up with them. But K-Mag, he's only 2 tenths outside the points. Let's see what he's doing. K-Mag.
Kevin Magnussen doing. He is on the tail of Lando Norris.
Come on, K-Mag.
Everyone on the mediums, apart from Schumacher, Ricciardo, and both Williams. Does that fill you with confidence?
No, that's not a good crowd to be a part of, isn't it? Not like that's
the Fantastic Four.
The shitey 4. I mean, my hope for Schumacher's go like 40 laps and hope prayers a safety car or something. That is it. That's all Mick Schumacher's got going this race. 1, he needs a safety car for the fuel, and 2, he just needs a safety car to drag himself up the grid, because I don't see it happening right now, but with DRS enabled soon.
Could this be it? We've got Magnussen all over the back of Lando Norris, but he's not really gaining because Norris has got Gasly right in front of him, so It's going to be hard to try and make a move on Norris while Norris has got the slipstream of Pierre. So this could be a Pierre Gasly train, I feel, for basically the first stint of this race.
It could be, because I think just Alonso's going to pull away and mix with the Mercedes more than the other guys, but come on.
Meanwhile, Schumacher still ahead of Danny Rick, but not really pressurising Shinoda.
No,
and he's kind of fallen at that 1 second gap, which is kind of critical. Although the fact that Shinoda's not been able to pull away, Shinoda should be caught in that train, so to speak. So I don't think Shinoda should be able to pull that much away from Mick Schumacher. I'd expect, but then again, Mick Schumacher defending for it, it's probably not what Schumacher wants here. You know, defending against Ricciardo and losing out on time to the guys in front. And both Williams, he's now. They just don't look like they have the pace. I think they seem a little bit slower than the Aston Martins.
Stroll overtakes Vettel, man. What a manoeuvre. But down the straight, Lando Norris, man, he must be side by side with Alonso, but he's lost out Gasly. And now, oh, we've got two cars, come on. Surely K-Mag's got one of them.
K-Mag, will he make an overtake? He's not even going for it, man. That's disappointing.
Ocon right up his ass as well. What's going on?
I think there's a move here to be made.
Oh, Danny Rick's overtook Mick Schumacher.
And it could happen here. Danny Rick with the manoeuvre. We've got Norris going down the inside. Norris overtakes Pierre Gasly. They're going side by side through sector 1. We can see a replay here of Ricciardo just overtaking Mick on the straight. Mick with the less fuel in the car, but didn't look like it on that occasion. Looked like he had a fuel tank.
He had a fuel tank?
Full tank, should I say.
Full tank. Take it easy. Mick Schumacher, man. What are they greeting about me now? Mick, come in, Mick. Can you hear me, Mick? Oh, side by side for the points. I need 9 cars to take themselves out just for me to have a fucking chance of points. Sums it up, but hopefully Schumacher can just stay in Danny Rick's DRS and get dragged along with him. Like, that's probably the best bet right now, because it's looking pretty shite. It's a big
battle here though, man. Magnussen's got a sniff. Gonna get past to one of them. I think there's definitely points on the table here for Haas today.
I'd say so, but this is very risky. I can see a crash coming up here, to be honest.
Gasly back in front of Norris. Magnussen does not go for it. Feels like we're going very slow at this point in the race. And there's not a lot happening here.
Did feel very slow, that didn't
I may just go conservative on the fuel, because saying that, I mean, there could be an opportunity here. But yeah, I'm going to go light and go conservative, because we just can't really get past here. So it's pointless burning fuel when we don't really need to. And Mick Schumacher is back ahead of Danny Ricciardo. So it's a big move there for him. But yeah, at the moment, just not a lot happening. Oh, and Ocon. We didn't see that one coming. Ocon right down the side of Magnussen. Can Magnussen get stuck in? Can he keep the car in there? He can't. And he concedes the place to the Alpine. Was not expecting that there. Disappointing. And now we have Sue behind us with Shinoda. And Mick Schumacher 2.2 here. Off of Shinoda. He's falling behind, and that's not what Mick wants either, man. This is beginning to turn into a bad race here, I think, for the Haas guys.
Yeah, not very good. Mick Schumacher wants to turn the fuel down. He's reported over the radio. He wants to conserve it. That's all it needs conserved. His tyres, he can just keep firing away. 90% club, don't you worry about it. I mean, it's just...
In terms of tyre life though, what are we looking at here? We've got most people in the 80s. Mick Schumacher, the hard drivers are all in the 90s though, so it looks like the hard compound obviously slightly more durable at the moment, but not by much.
Yeah, I mean, not lasting a particularly long time. Like
here we go, Magnussen. Can we make a move here? In my opinion, it could have been made, or I think there was something on there, but we just didn't go for it. And you feel like, look at this train here. I mean, surely Mick Schumacher can catch up on this.
But they're all getting each other's DRS, that's the thing.
So we're actually going faster, in your opinion?
In a way, yeah. And you've just lost it to Guan Yu Zhou.
Not good. Not good at all. I feel like that these 6 cars battling, you feel like an undercut or an overcut could legit be the difference between finishing 6 places higher or 6 places lower.
No, it definitely could be. Definitely could be, but I mean, at the front, it's Ferrari. Red Bull, I was going to say Mark, but Bottas gets back in front of Georgie. Well, then he just jobs it like he normally does. Bottas knows his role.
These cars battling again. We've got Ocon, and I kind of do not want Ocon to get in front of these guys, because I kind of feel like if he got in front, he could maybe pull away. Is the Alpine quicker? I believe it is.
Alonso pulling a gap, out of sight, out of line.
So yeah, Alonso now 4.7 seconds ahead of Gasly. Ricciardo is overtaking Mick Schumacher again. Gasly now. Oh, look at the speed of Norris there. Just right. That's insane. Shinoda, we can see overtaking Magnussen, and it's the Haas boys are going backwards here. There's no doubt about it.
No, I don't know what's going on here, man.
Don't have the race pace. Not that we had exact great pace in quality, but I mean, look at that. There's 6 cars separated by about 3 car lengths. It's insane as we go down the straight, and it's another scene of the Haas boys looking totally and utterly depressed, and I don't really blame them. We're back now with Esteban Ocon. Magnussen's been told he's doing a good job, but at the moment I'm not really feeling that. And the gap now back to Ricciardo, he's 4.2, Mick Schumacher 4.2, Ricciardo 4.3 off of this train. What's happening here?
I'd love to know. I'd love to know, to be honest. It's just not very good, is it? I mean, he's saving fuel, but at the same time, he just keeps on swapping with Ricciardo. They're not helping each other. Definitely not helping each other.
But at the same time, pulling away from Sebastian Vettel.
Exactly. Me and Danny Rick are just waiting in the wings here.
Should Mick Schumacher perhaps harvest some ERS, allow Ricciardo to maybe get like a second in front, and then get the toe off him, and see if they can push up on?
Because it's just going to repeat the same pattern.
Well, it's better than this, is it not?
Better than this, but we ding-dong battle with Danny Rick. Oh, fuck, he's forcing me wide. Come on. Come on, you.
And this is why you're losing time.
You're going to lose the exact same amount of time. You just drop off and then catch him up again.
Well, no, but you can catch him up and not battle him. Maybe Rick could go faster if he wasn't defending.
Maybe, but I'm doing fine, man.
5.2 now behind. If that's fine in your book, then so be it.
On the slower compound, mate, I'll make it back at the end of the race. Thank you very much. What lap are you pitting on?
That's a good point, actually. I forgot you're on the hard tyres. Maybe that is why. But yeah, I don't think you should be a second off, to be fair. That doesn't sound right to me. A second off in the hard tyres at this stage of the race. We've got Vettel and Albon swapping places. Yeah, no, I just don't think you can justify being over a second behind, like, way up, a second and a half? A lap behind Norris? Sue?
I'm sorry.
Christ. What's happening here in this race? Is it time to speed up a wee bit?
It is a wee bit time to speed it up a wee bit. Mick Schumacher. Tyres are going to last, so I'm going aggressive. Whoa!
Oh no, what's happened here? What's happened here? It's a safety car.
I don't know what this is.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's a safety car. I told him he should have backed off. And I think Schumacher's just completely wiped out Danny Rick. Both cars might be out of the race. Mick Schumacher's continuing on. So, this is...
And we're going to watch the replay again.
Yeah, let's see the replay again here. It's Schumacher going for a move. He's got the DRS open. He just... he just obviously hates Ricciardo and he just crashes into the back of him.
For fuck's sake, Mick. I mean, have to change the front wing. And everything, man.
If Danny Rick out is...
What do we need to avoid curbs? We need to fucking pit. And now we've got to put on a front wing that we just don't have many left. I mean, Mick Schumacher, man, what in the... Is he pitting this lap?
Is he pitting or what's he doing?
Does that mean he's pitting this lap?
Yes, obviously. What lap would he be pitting?
That's alright. Yeah, open pit options. I am pitting? What is going on? There's been a crash now is involved.
Looks like Ricardo.
Time penalty,
no,
5 seconds.
You can serve it here. That means you'll probably come out last. Oh god, Mick Schumacher.
Danny Ricciardo is continuing.
Oh, Danny Ricciardo, and there's no safety car.
Yeah, which just doesn't do anything for Mick Schumacher. He's going to have to take 5 seconds here, and then...
This is painful. This is very painful. Can we get a different angle of the car? Can we see something else? You can see the medium tyres go on. Yeah, it's a very, very long pit stop.
It is I don't know, man. It's a fucking disaster. What's Mick Schumacher playing at, man?
Time in the pit, 37.8 seconds. Wow.
Yeah, wow is right. And, I mean, yeah, we're gonna...
I mean, the only way Mick really gets back into this, if there's a safety car, may as well just save all the fuel he fucking can. And,
yeah, he's ruined Danny Rick's race. It was already...
May as well save the tyres as well, I think. I mean, Mick Schumacher on pace isn't going to get himself back into the points. You know, he needs a safety car.
Yeah, he's not doing very good, Mick Schumacher. But K-Mag, still a chance of points, but... Oh, come on, man.
We'll see. This battle is still going on. Who will be the first to blink, though? I believe everyone here is on the medium tyres, so I expect the pit lane to open around lap 20, maybe 28, something like that.
Yeah, maybe something like that. Maybe a bit before that, like 25 or something.
So here we go. It's still a four-way battle at the front. Both Ferraris, both Red Bulls. Then it's the Mercs, Bottas and Alonso. And then it's that six-way battle that we've been talking about. Ricardo not that far off the Williams and Aston Martins, but Mick Schumacher really, he's kind of just in a race of his own at this stage, and I wouldn't even call it a race. It's a crawl to the finish line, I guess.
I need a safety car before the front guys lap me. That's pretty much what Mick Schumacher needs.
Yeah, and you know what? They're actually not that much more than a pit straight behind you now, if you really look at it. I mean, they are catching. Oh, and we've got our first pit here, and it's Max Verstappen. And has he beat that 6-car pile out? He has. And Ocon is now in front. And look, like I said, if Ocon got to the front of that, I thought he'd pull away.
And he has.
And he has pulled away.
Which means there's only a point up for grabs.
There's fucking all these guys going for it, man. And I don't know, Magnussen at the moment, if we time this right, we could pull it after perfection here. We are saving the fuel. We're going longer than these guys. Or do we pit now? And can we lap faster? That's a big question. Could we lap faster if we pit it and went on to the softs?
Softs?
Yes.
Fucking one-stopper, mate. You want to go on to the softs? You do what you want, K-Mag, but... Oh, not that Mick Schumacher's in the position to tell anyone what to do, like, because he's not very good himself.
Yeah, if I was Mick Schumacher, I wouldn't really be giving advice, to be honest with you. But we'll see. K-Mag, I think he could lap faster than this, but at the moment we'll never know. Speaking of lapping fast, what is Mick Schumacher doing at the moment? He's doing a 26.7, but he is on conserving the fuel, so who knows what he'd do if he turned it up a wee bit. We've got Alonso and Hamilton in the pits. There's Hamilton, there's Alonso. I think Hamilton will beat Alonso out. Or will he? He will.
Right, Lando Norris also in the pits.
So Norris in the first one out of that 60 pit. How far? I mean, he could fall behind.
Like Mick Schumacher.
Will he fall behind the Williams?
He could, but Mick Schumacher's had enough.
The Williams is what we need to see. The Williams is what we need to see. Is the guy's going to beat them out? That's not what we wanted.
Is he? I'm not so sure of Lando Norris.
Where's Norris? He's not. He's been beat out by Albon, and he might be beat out by Vettel. No.
DRS though. DRS.
Come on, Sebastian. This is crucial here. This is crucial. If Sebastian can put a move. Sebastian ain't doing shit. Very disappointing. We've got Stroll in the pits.
Mick Schumacher nowhere near beating Lance Stroll. Wah, wah, wah. Kevin Magnussen, though, what's his strategy here? Go along.
Go along.
Leclerc and Perez in the pits. Moving on up. And everything can stop me. It almost looks like the exit of that corner's killing teams.
Yeah, it does. It looks like they're going very slow. When's Ocon pitting? Hopefully Ocon pits soon. He might come out behind... Vettel or Albon even, but I'm not too sure if that would be the case. We've got Perez.
Oh, for starting, has he beaten them out? Quickly, go ahead.
Oh, he hasn't. No, Perez has leapfrogged his teammate. Meanwhile, Sainz is putting in fastest laps for me. Well, he's got the fastest lap of the race, not putting in the fastest. I don't know. Sainz. I think Sainz could be the new provisional leader here.
It might be a bit of a struggle for them all to get the hard tired at the end, like 40 odd. Never know.
We'll see. We'll see. Who's pitted and who hasn't? The medium guys. I don't know why they're pitting so early. I mean, I don't intend to be pitting for the next while. That's for sure.
No, you're damn right. Like you're goddamn right.
But Ocon is beginning to. Well, he's not that far in front, to be honest. Looks like he's getting reeled back in here. Ocon of 26.3, Gasly at 26.1, Shinoda, Sue are going faster here as Ocon maybe saving fuel, saving tyres. Meanwhile, Mick Schumacher, yeah, Mick Schumacher really, it's just he needs to stay ahead of the leaders, and he's doing that at the moment.
Which is so. Verstappen. Verstappen is the lead guy. He's overtook Perez.
Plus, I was going to say, it looks like Carlos Sainz is not that far ahead at all.
No, he's not.
I can see him coming out in fourth when he, well, at least behind the Red Bulls and Leclerc when he does pit. We don't have anything happen. Oh wait, I see we don't have anything happening. We might have something happening. Shinoda going to go down the inside of Gasly, or is he not? No, he's not. So, yeah, kind of lackluster there. Nothing really happening. Mick Schumacher not a million miles behind Stroll. That kind of has to be the what's Mick Schumacher's game plan from this state? If we don't get a safety car, is Mick
mingle with the Williams, Ricardo, and the Martins.
Is mingle enough? And Ocon's in the pits.
Well, what the fuck else do you want them to do? Like,
should not be beating them.
I'll try. Like, fuck me, man. His car's probably hanging on by a thread.
Ocon is in the pits. Can Albon beat him out?
What about Norris?
Norris is in front of Albon. I think is Albon pitted or is he just shit? He must just be shit. Norris is not going to beat out Ocon, is he? I mean, no, he's not. Maybe he has a bit of momentum here coming out. He might actually. Norris should go for this if he wants an extra point. Or else he can just sit behind like a shite bag and not take that opportunity.
That's it, that is it. But, tell you what, K-Mag.
And these guys are still battling.
Watching these guys battle, he's got both Mercedes and Fernando behind him.
Gasly, Sue, Shinoda, all battling out.
Oh, what is the game plan, man? What is the game plan?
When's Sainz going to pit? Let's see what's happening here. When's Sainz going to pit? No one's pitting at the moment. Mick Schumacher is continuing, I think, to catch Stroll.
Bottas going long.
We're still stuck in 9th with Magnussen. I think we've just overtaken Gasly, which is good. Up into 8th place now. See that overtake again. Let's see the replay here. Was it a good manoeuvre? No, Gasly just
ran wide or something.
Yeah, just had no speed really coming at that turn, and yeah, we got ourselves ahead of Gasly, and we put Gasly between ourselves and a Merc, which I guess is it's a pretty good game plan. Schumacher now, I mean, he's catching Stroll very fast here.
Magnussen dropping down to 10th. Gasly, oh, Magnussen's into 11th, man. What's going on to him?
Oh no.
Sainz is pitted, put behind Leclerc. Bottas has dropped behind. Now Joe and Gasly are pitting.
Gasly's pitted, Sue's pitted. They're going to beat out Ocon. No, they're not. Norris is in front of Ocon now. And now the only driver really in front of us is Shinoda. Hamilton and Russell are not really battling. So we've still got the fuel on conserve.
Absolutely.
Vettel in the pits, and Mick is not really catching up here on the Aston Martins.
The comeback is on. Moving on up. Come on, Mickey boy.
In terms of last laps, what are we doing here? Magnussen a 126.8, Shinoda 126.1, Ocon and Norris doing 125. So, yeah, Bottas finally takes to the pits. Can Bottas come out ahead of the likes of the Mercs? We'll have to wait and see.
I doubt it. He stayed out pretty long. Only time will tell for Valtteri Bottas. I think he's going to get beat out. Absolutely, he's been beat out, but is he going to beat out Shinoda as
well? Oh,
Hamilton
Hamilton puts a move. Shinoda. Oh! Fuck, how close was that? Seriously, man?
K-Mag's last lap was a 25.5?
Yeah, I think we got slipstream after the guys in front. Tremendous lap there for K-Mag.
Aye, Fernando's just getting held up by these jobbers.
Yeah, Fernando not really happy. I'd let him through, to be honest. Doesn't really do us much good holding up Fernando. And Fernando does make the move, and there's Shinoda. It's going to come out. Oh, he just beats out Guan Su, and he was in front of us. So at the moment, if we do pit, you expect us to come out behind Su. And yeah, that doesn't really fill me with too much confidence. Mick Schumacher is catching the Aston Martins. He will soon be on them. We've got the Red Bulls swapping positions at the front.
Okay,
Nah, we don't need to save fuel, mate, because we're going to finish a lap down and we're constantly saving it at the same time. Alright, son, we don't need to save fuel. Mick is going to wait until the big boys are going to lap him, and as soon as they're about to lap him, he's going to pit for his final stop of the race. Sound about right?
Could do, could be it, could be the way to go. Magnussen still continuing on this set of mediums. We're in 9th place. Do we have to pit? Can we just go to the end? Safety car. I wish this was like Singapore 2008. We could just tell Mick to stick it in the wall and...
Fuck, he might do it voluntarily, like, because he's just bad, but...
We were battling Ocon and Norris, now they're literally right behind us, so... yeah, not too great here. Can we keep Ocon
Schumacher's
behind us?
leapfrog Nicholas Latifi.
Can we keep him behind us? The big question, and the answer's no.
The answer is no.
The answer is no. But it's really Norris. I think we're battling, so we'll let him go. We'll try and stick him behind. A 127.1. Yeah, I just don't really think we have the pace here. We are beginning to drop off a bit.
Don't understand what K-Mag's doing. What's he holding out for?
I think he might be wanting a wee soft tyre run at the end.
Well, the soft tyre only does 17 laps, mate. Are you willing to wait another 10 laps?
I think I am.
Fair enough.
I am willing to wait. Just what kind of position will we be in when those tyres are ready to use? If we drop out one more place, then the points aren't really on. So, I don't know, we're kind of hoping for a retirement at this stage. But even if we got that, do we have the pace to beat Gasly, Shinoda and Su? I'm not too sure about that. Can we keep Norris behind us? For now, we do. But for how much longer? Not much longer. There you go. On the straight, beat like that. And there's a flag. Oh, whoa, whoa.
Danny Rick is in the war.
Danny Rick, where is he? Can we see a replay? What are we getting here? We say we need a safety car. It's Danny Rick versus the Haas of...
I don't know, but Danny Rick, if you noticed it, he actually held up.
Oh wait, I think that was Norris.
Man, it was, but Danny Rick actually held up to Red Bulls.
Oh, this
Look
is not good.
Chaos. Where's Mick Schumacher?
There's been a penalty dished out.
Mick Schumacher's been fucking... This is a fucking 4-car battle here for 17th.
This is Mick Schumacher sticking behind Ricardo instead of going for the over. What the fuck is happening here? That is crazy. Crazy stuff, and it looks like Rick will continue.
Perez leads now from Leclerc.
Ricardo will continue on, and We wanted a safety car. We haven't got one. Mick Schumacher, for some reason, still behind Ricciardo. We didn't get to see a replay. What caused Ricciardo just to basically stop like that? We don't know. Will we ever know?
Probably. I think he collided with one of the Williamses because they both rejoined. So who knows? But I mean, this has to be the most Poundland battle you'll ever see in your life, man.
Not great. Magnussen did a 26.5. Right, here we go. Let's speed this up a bit. What's happening here? We've got Ricciardo and Albon both in the pits, so it's not looking too good for them. Mick Schumacher is now ahead of Latifi. Magnussen still behind Ocon and Norris. I think as soon as we lose a place, there's another flag. For what though?
Don't know.
We've just continued on there. Stroll with a lock-up. Lance Stroll, nothing new there. What do you expect? And now we have Mick Schumacher here looking for a manoeuvre on Albon. Can he find a way past? No, he can't.
Latifi, mate.
Oh, Latifi, Albon.
Two shite drivers. It's easily get them mixed up. But man, what a disaster this has been. This has not been good. Not been good.
We've got an overtake here. Schumacher.
Someone has drove off the track there.
Schumacher on Latifi. Simple move down the pit straight, but someone simply came off the track, and who is it?
I don't know. I think it was Danny
Ricciardo
Rick.
again. Danny Rick here.
All by himself.
All by myself. Damn.
He's just not very good, Danny Rick, is he?
He's not. Is he? Like, if we're being completely honest here,
Oh,
and
no.
the McLaren guys are not happy. They're going to hit some pointless buttons to see if they can get some talent into Danny Rick, but it's going to take more than that.
It's just no happening, man. It's no happening.
Magnussen now has dropped behind Sue. He's dropped behind Shinoda. And with that said, it might be time for the pit stop. Are we going to go for it? I think we may as well. At this stage, we've pretty much nothing to lose. Let's pit. Let's put on the soft tyre. Only goes 17 laps.
There's 20 laps to go, mate, so...
One more lap, I think, on these very worn mediums. And Danny Rick is about to unlap himself on K-Mags. Lovely stuff. You'll love to see it. Magnussen now is falling quite a bit behind. Schumacher thinks the fronts are going off. Schumacher then overtakes Latifi. And could we now be seeing Magnussen's doing a 120? Oh my god, into the 128s. Right, we have to... This is it. Have to pit. Has to be done.
Oh, Perez is in the pits.
Oh, Perez in the
kicking
pits.
off.
Yeah, we're going to go here. Going to do that, and that's pretty much it. And then Magnussen's going to go aggressive, and we're going to push as well because we kind of need to.
I'll tell you what, like we could do a Singapore 2008 because with Schumacher's fuel running it, if my fuel runs it and you get your fresh softs, you know.
We never know.
May as well risk it for a biscuit, do it, Haas. But Perez has had the pit, so whatever's happened there has happened there. And I mean, is he gonna drop behind both Mercs? I'm not sure. But there's Mick Schumacher battling with Latifi, and this could be a fucking disaster. Oh, and what a rush, man! What a rush indeed. But Perez is. So what tyres did Perez put on? Mediums? What a shite bag! Didn't even put on the softs. Don't understand that. Is Kevin Magnussen is pitting this lap, I'm assuming? Yes, he is. We got these guys here, Alonso, Ocon, Gasly. This is the battle here for the final point. This is what...
With hindsight, I've just kind of realised that I've messed up the strategy big time. I mean, I was literally battling those guys and knew I'm like 6 seconds behind them and still to make a pit stop.
Yeah, and you can't push the tyres because you won't get them to the end if you push.
So I don't really know what's happened here.
No, if a safety car comes out, your favourite for the points, like, because you just have by far the better tyres, but you need that gap to close, and it's just... Sorry to burst your bubble, buddy.
The only thing closing it is the door on the way to the points.
Yep, that is it, but Latifi and Mick Schumacher are locked in a battle here. It's just not fucking... It's just not very good, isn't it, no? But Mick Schumacher's had enough. I mean, it feels like he's like 20 laps down, so we're just going to pit him for the soft tyres now. May as well. May as well. And, I mean, the best Schumacher's going to finish is, what, 15th? If that. at this point as Max Verstappen goes into the pits. So does Lewis Hamilton.
Understood.
All these hard tyre runners, yo. None of the. Do you want down for aggressive? Because you're not getting to the end.
Sure. I'm actually beginning to wonder if the guys in front of me might be pitting again.
I think they will. As Mick Schumacher does the slowest pit stop of all time, but no need to fear. It's only Mick Schumacher in your ear, but Lewis Hamilton.
Magnussen is 24.3 behind Shinoda, 24.2. We need to slow. We need to try and bring that gap. Norris is in the pits.
So's Fernando.
Norris in the pits. So that tells me that the other guys might be pitting, but at the moment we're just too far off. So they can afford to pit now and beat us out. It's not really helping us.
Realistically, you should have pitted for the hard tyres as soon as they caught you.
Yep. Looking back, that would have been the move. Norris will come at the pits now. What tyres does he put on? Medium. I think he could have got away with softs there, but he's not risking it. So we'll see what happens here. I have risked it. 12. I mean, I am closing the gap now, but still, it's gonna. I just don't see it happening, really. To be honest.
Leclerc pits. Sainz stays out, but if you remember, like Sainz went pretty long in that first stint.
Okay, need to save some fuel.
Plus, he's on hards.
Exactly. So
I highly doubt Sainz will pit. I think he's going to stay it to the end, and if he does, it will be an easy win for Ferrari, or at least I would assume so, because I just don't see Perez, taking that much time out of Sainz with the remaining lap times. Mick Schumacher, as we said, he is on the softs though. He is going to try and catch the cars in front of him. He should beat Stroll.
He won't beat Stroll. Stroll's like 6 seconds down the road, man. Come on.
Well, he won't beat Stroll, but I mean, surely he can catch him up here, like.
Hopefully.
Could be a 15th place finish, I think, in this race for Mick Schumacher.
But it's mad. It could be 14th and 15th, and you've still had the much better race.
Could be. K-Mag, right, come on. What's the gap looking like now? The gap is, we're doing 29.3. It's just not fast enough, is it?
Just outlap your mom.
I know, but we'll see. When we come in this time. Come on, K-Mag. 23.5. That's more like it. That's the kind of laps that we need consistently if we want to have any chance of potentially getting into the points here once those guys pit. We need them to pit very late. If they pit now, they'll beat us out anyway, so it's not really. It wouldn't really work for us if they pit now. We want them to be pitting in about 3 or 4 laps time. But I think if they're going to pit, this is probably the lap to do it. Because you can pit now and put the softs on. So, I'd be surprised if we get lucky enough here to get into the points. I don't really see it happening. 11.1 behind Norris. Norris looks like he's going pretty fast here. We've got the gap to Shinoda down to about 20.5 seconds. So Shinoda pits, I'd say, would be on the cusp of overtaking him. But he's 6 seconds off his Sue. Alonso we could potentially get. So, I mean, I wouldn't say this race is over yet. I mean...
And Perez and Co are catching Sainz.
Although Alonso pitted twice, so Alonso's... Yeah, we're not really battling Alonso. We're battling Gasly, though, and he's only just in front of Alonso. So, Ocon's in the pits. Ocon is going to come out. He's going to come out behind Norris, but in front of us. Yeah, Norris is going to come out in front of us. So, I mean, that's kind of like the last points paying position. Because even if we overtake Gasly soon, Shinoda, we're still going to be just on the cusp. We're going to be sitting on 11th. So, that's disappointing. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Norris, though, is catching Shinoda. Don't know if those guys will pit, but if they do, I'm beginning to think we will overtake Gasly, Sue, and Shinoda here. We're looking pretty fast. We're looking pretty good. Mick Schumacher now, he is 2.3 seconds behind the car in front of him.
Which is Lance Stroll, buddy.
13 minutes to go. Or 13 laps to go, even. Mick Schumacher's been overlapped by George Russell.
No, it's helping Latifi. He's in the DRS of Bottas, and he's just getting fucking dragged.
Albon overtakes Stroll. In terms of Magnussen, we're 10 seconds now behind Norris. Ocon's got past Shinoda. Ocon trying to battle his way back into the points. He's 6.6 seconds behind Sue.
Mick Schumacher's in a freeway battle here for 17th.
Mick Schumacher, can he make the move? Stick. He can't. Well, he can actually. Oh, he might be able to make another one stick here. What a manoeuvre for Mick Schumacher there.
Super Mick.
2 cars in the space of 2 corners, man.
I tell you what, if my name was Carlos Sainz, it'd be fucking squeaky bum time, because
Schumacher though gains 2 positions, and let's see how he done it. First, he overtakes, I believe that is Latifi.
no, it's Albon,
It's
mate.
Albon. Why the fuck's Latifi in front of Albon? Then he overtakes Stroll. So yeah, good manoeuvre.
Aye, but wait, what about Carlos Sainz?
Oh, yellow flag. What's happened?
Don't know, it's went away, but fucking Danny.
It's another lock up here for Danny Rick. I mean, what's this guy doing? He's behind his teammate. Almost takes his teammate out. I mean, that would have just... Why couldn't he have fucking took his teammate out, actually? Come and think it.
Mate, he's 25 seconds behind the nearest person.
It's not very good here for Danny Rick, is it?
No, it's not. It's really not.
Alrighty, what's happening now? Magnussen, what are we doing? We are... Yeah, I don't know. I don't think anyone else is pitting now, so it's looking like... Tell you what, Carlos Sainz, his lead's about to fall under 5 seconds. At this current pace... And Stroll's overtaking Schumacher. That's not what we wanted to see here down at Haas. Gunther Steiner is ready to go to war with the Canadians. He doesn't like that manoeuvre.
Who does like that manoeuvre, man? I tell you what, Schumacher can't have much fuel left.
Okay, need to save
Oh.
I might, no, whoa, I might get to the end. It's a risk worth willing to take, man.
Magnus is going to have to go easy on the tyres. I mean, do we have a... Could we pit? I mean, I could pit and save... What's the point, really?
You could pit and hoover fastest lap up Leclerc. You've no reason not to pit. I mean, well, you're not a lap down, like, so if I do bring out a safety car, then you'd be as well staying it. But I think you're about to be a lap in, so...
Decisions, but I think if Ferrari... They must be fearing their... Well, actually, Leclerc's back into second, so maybe not. Verstappen, though, doing in 4th place. Not looking too good for him.
Nah, it's not looking too good for him, but in terms of that battle for the lead, man. And that's it, you're a lap down, your dream.
I may as well just stay it, man. Nothing happening here. Nothing happening
It's
here.
burst, but as you see, Carlos Sainz, I think these hard tyres, 38%.
That is why I got on the first kangaroo and hop out of Australia. This has been an absolute disaster.
Hasn't it? Like, it's just not been fucking good. Intervals, and now Carlos Sainz, he's in DRS, and I feel like the balloon has burst. And now he's just holding up his teammate. We've got Sergio Perez looking for a manoeuvre. What we need really is like these three to take each other out, and even then you still wouldn't get points. So, but as you can see, Mick Schumacher only 2 turns behind Latifi, so he's closed that gap right up. And they're not far behind Sebastian Vettel. Tyres won't last, ignore that shit. And as you can see, Sainz is holding on. Leclerc looks like he's going to hang it around the outside.
Understood.
And he does.
And there you go, Carlos Sainz loses the lead in this race. I mean, you could argue he might not even get a podium.
You know, you'd be right to argue that.
I'm sure Verstappen will smell blood.
Absolutely, but Mick Schumacher, man, the hunt next for Sebastian Vettel. The 3 cars here. Sainz.
4 laps remaining.
He half went for it, and now we've got Magnussen trying to hang on, but Perez going for it on Carlos Sainz. Fuel's getting low. I'm well aware fuel is getting low, sunshine. Don't you worry about it, Chief. Don't you worry about it. Is there any twists left in this tail, or do you feel like it's...
Twist and shout.
Come on, baby, now.
I don't know. I mean, I think the only thing is to decide is whether Sainz can hold on. Verstappen, for some reason, not really catching him at the kind of speed I thought he would. Don't know if Sainz has been helped by being dragged along here by Perez and Leclerc. I do feel like the DRS and tow in this game is kind of broke. I do feel like it does give you too much advantage.
Once you're in it, there's no escape.
Yeah, it's just been a really bad race here for the Haas boys. Magnussen's in a battle of his own, really. Nowhere near Shinoda, nowhere near Vettel. For me, the worst driver of the day, though, has to go to Danny Rick.
In his home Grand Prix, like.
It's been an absolute disaster for Ricciardo. In a race he will want to forget. I mean, I think he's brought out like fucking 4 yellow flags. That's all just for starting. He's on the pit straight, but he's only 4 tenths faster. That's just not enough. He needs to be lapping a couple of seconds faster if he wants to take advantage here.
I mean, Mick Schumacher's only got 3.4 kilograms left with 2 laps to go. I don't think he's lasting. I mean, what you need is for Mick Schumacher's engine to go, and for half the grid to fucking pile into the back of him. But is that going to happen?
Yeah, I don't think Mick Schumacher's making this. It turned in the fuel.
Why?
Do you want to finish the race?
It was a risk worth. I don't think he's going to finish the fucking race anyway.
Okay, more lift and coast,
Because
please.
Perez took the lead. For starting, can't catch.
Disaster for Ferrari.
Got Danny Rick ahead of them, they better watch out. They better watch out. Da-na-na-na-na. And now, as they go on to the last lap, Perez is behind Leclerc. I believe Leclerc is...
Tyres won't last long, not enough fuel, it's all going wrong here. Leclerc starts the last lap. I think Sainz should be safe. He's not going to be caught now by Verstappen. He was actually faster than Verstappen in that last lap, which is very strange. Magnussen doing a 126. Tyres are completely done. And at this stage I'm just hoping we can get across the line in front of Sebastian Vettel, which I think we will. But we are going at a snail's pace, which is not good at all. We're still another lap and a quarter to get round, so yeah, the Haas boys just want to forget about this.
I feel like Mick Schumacher's he's 0.6. No, not 0.8. He's just, I don't think he's got 0.8. Leclerc's going to win. Let's focus on Mick Schumacher.
And Schumacher's overtaking Latifi, but oh man, you're about to lose 3 places here.
I can't exactly. I mean, if I turn the engine up, I'm surely gonna. But I have to deploy. Because you have to go for it. Last lap is Leclerc will be turning the final corner, but I'm kind of confused about.
You've got a kilogram of fuel left. I think you need more than that to get round the lap.
Yeah.
I think you're going to conk out in about sector 3. Start of sector 3. I mean, maybe you can lift and coast down this long straight here. Or maybe that'll burn more fuel. We're about to find out. 0.7 left. Leclerc is the winner. He crosses the line. Just beats Sergio Perez. Ferrari with another win. 0.4 left of fuel now. It's not looking good.
I tell you what, right? You've got Ocon and Gasly just behind us. This could be like the biggest fucking pile up of all time if I break it down in a certain spot.
0.1. I do think Mick Schumacher will struggle to finish the lap, and he was going slow there, but everyone goes slow there. Is there enough fuel left? And there's not, and he's going to have to.
Oh, there's the.
And what's happening here? They're all.
Fuck.
Wait, no one's going for the overtake. Could this work out? Oh, what's happened? Mick Schumacher's found something. But he's been over. Oh, he's been overtaken.
What's
Can Mick
going on?
Schumacher beat these guys
He's
to the light?
fucking
No, he
stopped.
can't. He stopped. He stopped on the home straight. Mick Schumacher. He needs a push, but he's not getting one. And that is going to finish it there. Mick Schumacher just on the fucking. What?
Wait, what about K-Mag? Oh, K-Mag's already finished. I was like, why the fuck's he going so slow? But the fact they're retired and I still beat Danny Rick just sums up how shite Danny Rick is. Oh. What are they clapping?
14th, lads. Well done. 14th.
Because, that was like Jensen Button in 06.
It was.
This was a reasonable weekend for
Ran out of fuel.
Johnson, stop the car. Stop the car.
There's a killer, I can't see. There's a cloud of smoke, mate. And then remember that the next race for, I think it was Malaysia, it was like that Scott Speed promo. Where he came through the smoke and he got his first points. They're marking it.
Oh, the American one, right? Hey, come through the smoke there, lad. Oh. Irish. Whatever. Irish.
My fellow Americans. Anyway, there you have it, man. There's the standards. Look at that.
Another win for Ferrari. Leclerc with the win. Perez gets second and fastest lap. You have to scroll all the way down to see us. Disappointing that Mick could not finish the race. Overall, I mean, I'm really disappointed. I feel like I don't think I had the pace. Listen, Norris didn't even get points, so maybe I did have the pace. All I had to do was beat Pierre Gasly. Could I have got points? Potentially.
You could have.
Potentially. Strategy was awful, though. And you know what? Deserve what I get, and that is absolutely nothing. Magnussen then drops down to 10th place in the standings. Mick Schumacher remains in 14th. As we look at the constructors, and Haas remain in 6th, although AlphaTauri pick up a point and they close the gap. So we're now, our lead over the Alpha team just is 1 point. McLaren yet to get off the mark, and I feel like Lando Norris might have to carry McLaren, I think, this season, because Ricciardo was just not good.
No, it was an absolute awful weekend.
And that's what gives me confidence that we can beat McLaren. Because I just don't see Ricciardo picking up points.
Why? Because Mick Schumacher's full of points.
Mick will improve, right? Mick's trajectory is on the way up, right? Danny Rick's trajectory is on the way down. It really is that simple. And there you go. Some experience gained. Pietro Fittipaldi.
Gains hee-haw, guys. But next up, I believe, is Imola. Hopefully, it gets better than that. But until then, that was the Australian Grand Prix. Peace.